Hey, this is Miriam over at Norton Records in Brooklyn. Usually I'm a lot more sophisticated and peppy and in the mood to get home and dance and stuff, but today is one of those days. For the past 3 or 4 days we've been in here and trying to salvage what we can from our record company, and so all I can say is that it's a day I think it feels like I'm dreaming, and I'm going to wake up and say, hey, I had a really bad dream last night. And people are just going to say, that's crazy, it could never happen, and it really never could. But we're going to try to salvage as much of this vinyl as we can. We're taking it out of here while it's wet and stripping it, and we're washing it and cleaning it. And we got a ton of people back at headquarters helping with that. And meanwhile, we're kind of dealing with the wet stuff here, so it's a lot. But you know, we're gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. But it's just feels really crappy to be 30 years in the business. Last November at this time, we were having a big festivity about having a great label and 30 years of struggle and success and hard work and happiness, and here it is 1 year later, and we're looking at the total destruction of the mind. So that's the deal. I never thought it would happen, but here it is happening, and I'm positive and sure that we're going to be all right, and things are going to happen to make it come back in some kind of way. We'll do what we can, and thank you for whatever help you guys can give in washing records and putting them back in the sleeves. We thank you so much for coming down and helping out. It's really cool, and it'll all be alright. Thank you.
I'm Billy Miller, the president of Norton Records, still thriving and surviving after Hurricane Sandy. We're right here, we're at our offices out in the hallway, trying to salvage stuff from the storm. When you open the door, we saw stuff. You open the door, you couldn't even walk in. You could see, we had just flashlights, but you could see stuff in the front of the warehouse that was in the very back. The thing that got whacked the most was our 45s, because we had tons and tons of picture sleeves for every release. So we were able to keep, we made 250 singles so far. We were able to keep them in print because we always had sleeves for them. So we would, you know, some record that was kind of not doing that well, maybe we'd say, let's order another 200 of these, we get the sleeves. So that would be the hardest stuff to replace. We need as much help as we can to save a lot of the LPs that were in wet jackets. If we get the albums out of the wet jackets and the albums are still wet, they haven't dried to the inner sleeves, they can be saved and put in new covers. The people we've had here has been extraordinary. We've had probably 150 people here in 2 hallways in our office. You know, this is outside our office where we're at right now, but the hallways are real wide. We're really able to, you know, get a lot done, and, you know, the occasional laughter, which is definitely, you know, they say it's the best medicine. I believe that. We could use people to still come down here probably throughout the week. If you want to get us, the best thing to do, that's a loudmouth Mick Collins of the Dirt Dogs. We do have celebrities here, but they tend to act like celebrities, you know, all rude and obnoxious. Just kidding, Mick. Anyway, we desperately need more volunteers, because we got, as quickly as it's going, there's still an overwhelming amount. If you want to contact us, it's NortonRec, NortonRec @AOL.com, and if you put volunteer in the subject, or you can call me on my cell phone, 917-671-7185. Any help would be appreciated. I make the best coffee in the world. We have tons of pizza and homemade stuff. So I want to thank everybody who supported Norton in the good times and the bad times. We're all together as one big family, and that's it.